Hello, I'm Father Robert Balliser, the Digital Jesuit, and welcome to an analog unboxing of something a little special. This is actually the last day, day 10 of the uberGeek days of Christmas. Now, you probably know this, but there are a few new people. This all started off as a conversation between me and a friend of mine from Kingston, David Leong. Now, David and I have known each other for years. He's actually a really good guy. He's not just my PR contact at Kingston. He's a person that when I go to these events, when I go to a Showstoppers, a PepCon, when I go to CES, I always make a point to drop in because I love catching up. He's a geek at heart, and more than a geek at heart, he's just a good guy. He tries to take care of people. He tries to take care of the people who work for him. He tries to take care of the people he works with. In this industry, every once in a while, you'll meet someone who is genuine. And I've known a couple, and David is one of them. And he came up to me, he said, "Yeah, you know what, Padre? 2020 has been sort of a kick in the nethers. Would you like to do something nice for your followers? Would you like to do something nice for your tweets?" I said, "Of course. You know, this is the season of giving. I would love to put a smile on people's faces. I'd love to give them something to start the new year right." And he said, "Well, how about this? What if I give you a list of things that Kingston is willing to send out, and you figure out how it is that you want to distribute it?" That was the birth of the uberGeek days of Christmas. For the last 10 days, we have given out everything from USB flash drives, encrypted drives, USB accessories to their SSDs, their memory products. It's been a nice little break every single day for us to give something to all of you. Now, I know not everyone has won something. If it was up to me, I'd be giving free stuff to absolutely everyone who enters. But a contest is a contest. And the way that we designed this was to be sort of like what a giveaway would be at one of the big shows. Now, at CES every year, they have the booth swag. That's how it works. You come and you listen to a presentation. Maybe you get a raffle ticket. Maybe you drop your business card in, and then they call out to give away whatever it is that they're giving away at the end of every event, every performance, every showing of the product that they want you to get into your hands. Over the years, I have taken home dozens, literally dozens, because, well, I am a professional CES, NAB, Black Hat, DEF CON, Interop prize whore. I love doing it. It's fun for me because I love the information that I'm getting. Plus, if I can walk home with some free stuff, who doesn't like that? So that's been the model that we've used for the uberGeek days of Christmas. And I want to thank all of you for being part of it because it's been a lot of fun. I mean, you might enjoy it, but this has been the end of day for me for the last week and a half, especially being in quarantine. It's been something to look forward to. Now, enough about that. Let's get to this. Today, we're taking a look at the Kingston KC2500. This is an M.2 SSD. Now, calling this an SSD is, well, I'd say it's a little of an understatement. This thing is the king of SSDs. Now, this comes in 250 gigabytes, 500 gigabytes, 1 terabyte, and 2 terabyte sizes. It's an NVMe PCIe Gen 3 by 4-lane SSD. This will read at 3,500 megabytes per second. It will write at 2,900 megabytes per second. Now, let's put that into perspective. If you had an SSD, a SATA SSD, you'd be using something that uses, SATA 6, transferring up to 6 gigabits per second, which comes out to about, with the overhead, 550 to 600 megabytes per second read and write. This thing ups that from 550 or 600 up to 3,000. It's amazingly fast. It's blindingly fast, and it's more than just the speed. You see, along with the blazing speed, there's also a super increase in the IOPS. Now, what are IOPS, Padre? I hear you saying in my fever dream. Well, there's a lot of SSDs that like to, they focus on the bandwidth. They focus on how fast you can copy things on and off the drive. But that's not necessarily the best indicator of speed. I mean, yes, you need that. Yes, you definitely have to have something that can transfer data on fast. But if it can't do multiple operations in the time that you needed to do it, that speed means nothing. It means that if you were traveling, transferring one huge terabyte file, sure, that'd be great. But if you're transferring a lot of small files, or if you're doing it like a transactional database, it's not going to be ideal. You could see it on like on a hard drive, a standard, those old hard drives, you could do between 100 and 400 input-output operations per second. SATA SSDs really up that. A good SATA SSD will get you maybe 98,000 IOPS. That's sort of pretty high end. Oh, an M.2 drive that you might buy from Samsung, that probably will give you 100,000 to 250,000 IOPS. This does 375,000. That's right. 375,000 read IOPS, 300,000 write IOPS. So it's blazingly fast. And it does that all with super low latency. That's the other thing about that. Don't be fooled by vendors who state high bandwidth and high IOPS without telling you what the latency is. If the latency starts ticking up, well, you can do all the IOPS that you want, but if it takes longer and longer for you to get the return for that request, it's not a very good product. Now, it is NVMe, so you're going to have something that's NVMe enabled in order to get the full speed, but that's not such a big problem. Even if you have an older PC that doesn't have an M.2 slot or say an NVMe enabled M.2 slot, there are plenty of products that will do it for you. This is an interface card that there's currently a HyperX part on this. This is Kingston's sort of performance line, the consumer side. This is just a slot reader. So the card is right here, and I can put any M.2, and this particular one supports NVMe SSD onto it, and then I plug it into a 4-lane PCIe slot on my desktop. That will give me all the speeds that I need. Now, if you don't have that, maybe, just maybe, your system supports it natively. Now, this is an ECS Leva. This, I got to do a project with this because it's a lot of fun. If you thought that your system building days were over, you might be able to rejuvenate that with the Leva, because it like brings back the best of the system building days without bringing back a lot of the work. This actually supports an AMD, one of their not Radeon. Well, I can't even remember the name of the architecture anymore. This is how far gone I am into my sleep deficit. But it does it fanless. This is a completely quiet enclosure. There is not a single fan in here. So as long as you choose one of the lower TDP, the thermal dissipation, it will work just fine. This is the A320, the SF110. They really need to work on their names. And as you can see, it has an M.2 slot here. The way that it works, quite simply, you have a mounting post. You can take it out and plug in our new one. And like that, boom. I probably should have gotten the magnetic, because now the screw is going all over the place. And I have just added a 1 terabyte, if I can find where the screw went. I've added a 1 terabyte SSD to my system. That's how simple an upgrade is. Now, the other cool thing about drives like this is that it gives us the opportunity to really get creative with how we run it. So since this system has both an M.2 slot and a SATA interface, I can have this as a complement to a SATA SSD. Just like I was talking about when we did our first SSD giveaway, I run multiple SSDs in my system. I have one for my operating system, one for games, one for assets, one for rendering. This gives me the ability to do that in such a small form factor. I mean, look how small the system is. This is what I love about technology. This is what I love about building. It's not just about getting something that's shiny and fast. Every once in a while, you get products that kind of encourage you to be creative. And that's what I think Kingston really does. And for that, I thank them. Of course, it's nice to play. It's nice to talk about tech. It's nice to look at the things that I would like to show you. But I think what we need to do right now, I think what I am compelled to do right now, is to give that away. That's right. One of you is going to be walking away with a 1 terabyte KC2500. Now, not this one, because I want to give you a brand new one. So Kingston is going to send one to you if you win the contest. Now, hopefully you've entered and hopefully you followed all of the contest rules, because this is the moment where we're going to do it. Now, the entries have been cumulative. If you have been entering since day one, your entries all count. So if you've entered every single day of the uberGeek days of Christmas, you now have 10 chances to win this. I will say there's quite a few people entered. Our entries go all the way to row 1572. But if everyone there has 10, there's really only like 150 or so people who are vying for this. Not really, but that's what we're going to say. So here's what we're going to do. Since we want this to be as transparent as possible, I'm going to take you along every step of the giveaway. There is nothing hidden. There is no black box here. There's no man under the sheets. You're going to see exactly how we choose the winner. This is the spreadsheet. This has every entry from the very first one, which was at row 34 on day 1, right there, 34, Johnny Gizmo, to the very last entry that was recorded, which was for Bill Court. And I'm not sure why my macro seems to have failed as far as including the names, but that's okay. We still have these. Now, we're going to use a random number generator. And that random number generator was the first one that I pulled up on the first day when I searched for a random number generator on Bing. And it's going to search for a number between 34 and, what was that last one? 1572. 1572. Whatever number that comes up with, that row is going to be the winner. Now, just to be sure that we are being super transparent, I'm not just going to hit randomize. I'm going to look at the people in the chat room on this live stream right now. They're going to give me a number, and that number is the number of times I'm going to run it. The very last time is the number that we're going to go with. Now, after that point, don't go away, because I'm going to DM that person, which is why I said you should be following me, because it makes it easier for me to DM. They have 60 seconds from the time that I hit enter, from the time that I send that message, to reply. If they do not reply within 60 seconds, I feel bad for them, but just like we do at the shows, it's time to redraw. So let's bring up the clock. We've got our stopwatch. This right here is our official stopwatch. So once I get the DM in there, I'm going to hit enter at the same time that I hit play on the on the clock. They're going to have 60 seconds before we redraw. So I'm going to look at the chat room now, and the first one I see, I can't use Jesuiti, I used it before, is Jesuiti. Stop doing 10. Okay, I'm going to use Oren Johnson, who wants me to do it pi times. I love you guys. You're funny. All right, DJ Merrick. DJ Merrick says 9. DJ Merrick does 9. Okay, so here we go. Stop giving me numbers. Too many numbers. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1410. Row 1410, which takes us to right here. Paulo Duarte. Paulo Duarte. All right, let's take a look. Follows me. He's been joined for 2 years, so it's not a fake account. Actually, Paulo might be in the live chat right now, but I don't know. I don't know. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to DM him, and I'm going to say, hey, man, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. If you can respond within 60 seconds, you win a 1 terabyte KC2500 SSD. All right, so same time. 1, 2, 3. He has 60 seconds. 60 seconds, folks. 60 seconds to reply. Now, do you root for him? Do you hope he replies? Do you hope he gets his prize? Or Are you rooting against him? Are you going to be the person that says, I want you to fail because I want to redraw? Let's see. We're at 20 seconds. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. It is kind of exciting. I mean, this is how it is at these shows. We always kind of sit there and we're hoping that the person left during the presentation because we want a chance to go. We are past the 30-second mark. Now, we have had a couple of times where we've had to redraw. 40. Uh-oh. This is going to be very close. Here we go. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, no! Oh, sorry, bro. Late. Okay. And yes, okay, that means we now redraw. And I know that there's probably a collective sigh in the chat room right now. I get it. It's cool. Don't worry. But it now means we get another chance. So if I could get another number in the chat room, please. That's the number of times I'm going to run the random number generator. Shall we? Jesuiti. Okay. You know what, Jesuiti? You already picked a number on one of the days. You can't pick again. It's got to be someone else. Otherwise, people will think it's fixed. We're trying to be transparent here, man. Carmine Julie. Carmine Julie says 7. 7. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 226. It's all the way back. All the way back. That gives us Evan McNish. Evan McNish. Evan, are you in the chat room? Oh, I know Evan. He's a good guy. All right. All right, here we go. Same deal. He's got 60 seconds. Evan, if you respond within 60 seconds, you win a 1 terabyte Kingston 2500, Casey 2500 SSD. All right, here we go. Same deal. And go. Now, we had one night where we had to do 3 drawings, and they won on the 3rd drawing. So let's see what happens here. Evan, he's an old school. He's an OG. He's been following for quite a while. But I don't think he's in the chat room. I don't think so. And Jared's saying, I sure know a lot of these winners. Well, yeah, some of you guys have been following me for years. All right, we're at the 30-second mark. So tell me, are you all rooting for him? Are you hoping that I get the 3 dots? We did have one where I got the 3 dots 2 seconds before time was elapsed. That was the cliffhanger. I don't think he's there. I don't think he's there. We're at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, no! Okay. Sorry, man. 60 seconds elapsed. All right, so we get another chance. One more chance. I mean, I get it. It's probably a good thing for you, right? All right, I need another number. Give me another number. Yeah, actually, be like Jared. Jared says, yeah, I hope he runs out the clock because who doesn't want to win one of these? But if he wins, be happy for him. Agonizing the watch. It's only agonizing if it's not you. If it's you, it's fantastic. Rob Collins says 4. Okay, let's do 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1084. What is our entry? 1084. Let's take a look. 1084 puts us right about there. It is Steed. Stede. 1084. Yep. Here we go. Follows me. Okay, good. Orlando, Florida. Old account, not fake account. Same rules. Same rules. Hey, man. If you respond within 60 seconds, you win a Kingston KC 2500 SSD. 1 terabyte. Yo! All right, same rules. Let's get set up here. Ready? And go. Oh, the tension is building. Who wants this? I don't think he's not in the chat room. Oh, dang! Station! Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a winner. Hold on, let me, congrats. Let me do housekeeping. Steed Bonet. Congratulations, my friend. He is the proud winner of a Kingston KC2500 SSD. That's an NVMe PCIe connected M.2 SSD. It's a fantastic piece of hardware. I hope he loves it. Now, I wish I could give one to everybody. You are the best group. You are the best fans. You're the best peeps. But here's the thing. I want to make this a regular. I would love to be able to give away technology. I would love to get back into the reviewing game. So do me a favor. Even if you didn't win, even if you're a little heartbroken because you really wanted one of these, throw some love at Kingston. Let them know that you appreciated it, because honestly, I think they'd let us do this like once a week. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we did something like the 10 days of Christmas around special events, or if we did the 10 days of Christmas throughout the year? That's a very long Christmas, but still, if you let them know that you appreciate what they've done, and if you let David know that he's just a good guy for letting us do this, I think it would go a long way for us to get some swag that we can give away on a regular. Now, to all of you, again, thank you so very much for being part of this. This was so much fun for me. I mean, yeah, a lot of work, but it made me write a bot, which made me bust out some of my programming skills, which were super, super rusty. It made me get the studio ready for this. It gave me something to do during quarantine. But most of all, I love the fact that I've had you on the stream. I've been able to chat with you. I've been able to talk with you. We've done a lot of talk about stuff that isn't tech. And I only do that with people that I enjoy, whose time I love being a part of. So to you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. May your 2021 be so much better than 2020. May this bring some smiles to your face. May you remember the friends and the family that you want to reconnect with after this whole pandemic thing is behind us. Until then, I am Father Robert Balacer, the digital Jesuit, just reminding you that there's no uberGeek without you. Good night.